The college hallway was loud that morning. Lockers slammed, shoes echoed on the polished floor. Conversations blended into a careless noise that swallowed everything, including her. She walked with her head down, clutching her bag tightly to her chest. New here. Everyone knew it. And that made her an easy target. Then the laughter cut through the air. "Watch where you're going," a voice mocked. He stepped directly into her path. Tall, confident, surrounded by friends who laughed whenever he laughed. She stopped abruptly. Her shoulders tensed, as if she had feared this moment all along. "I'm sorry," she whispered, trying to move past him. He didn't let her. With a sharp flick of his hand, her books scattered across the floor. Paper slid, pens rolled. The sound was loud enough to silence the hallway. All eyes turned toward her as she knelt down, hands shaking, face burning with shame. "Look at her," he sneered. "Too weak to even stand." Some students laughed nervously. Others looked away. No one stepped in. German, auto-generated. Die. He crouched down close to her face. "Do you really think you belong here?" She slowly looked up. There was no anger in her eyes, no tears, just calm. That unsettled him. "What's wrong?" He laughed. "Not even crying?" She stood up, slowly, deliberately. The hallway seemed to hold its breath. "Give me my notebook back," she said quietly. He reached for her arm. That was his mistake. In one fluid movement, she turned, broke his grip, used his own force against him, and slammed him onto the floor. The impact echoed. Gasps filled the air. Phones came out, his friends froze. She stood over him, steady and composed. "I came here to study," she said clearly, "not to fight." Then she picked up her books and walked away. No one laughed. No one spoke. That day, the hallway learned a lesson it would never forget. Never underestimate someone just because they are quiet.